What's good, Stopde Nation? Welcome back to another video. Today we have the start of Team of the Year season. The voting has begun. Excellent. The voting has begun, and now we don't have a blue box. The only blue box I have is this. I still got wrapping on. I got this Battlefront thing with Elf in it. But no blue box for us this season. But that does not mean that we cannot talk about who we would vote. So we're going to go to the Futhead site. We're going to look at the short list of players. We're going to look at the Team of the Year voting. We're going to talk about who we would vote for in the team, who we want to see going on in the squad as we build out our own Team of the Year. And it's interesting because there's two sides to it. It's like the Team of the Year voting of like the players that you want to see on your team and you want to play with in the game, and the players that you think maybe are most deserving of the awards in this one. So there's sort of two mentalities of this. Like the ultimate Team of the Year is that the players that have the best stats in the game, have the best thing, you know, best like size. Like Ronaldo is great down in the game because of his size. Like you always get him in the middle of the box, stuff like that. But anyways, we're gonna go through and talk about those kind of things. If you're kind of wondering about this FIFA Mobile, FIFA Console, this is for FIFA Console, but it basically is almost the exact same every single time. I think last season FIFA Mobile had the entire starting team, and then they had extra players on top of that you could have basically like all the nominees. I'm pretty sure they had in the end there. So that's basically sort of the differences between that. But so right now, it's just the vote for the players. So whether you're playing FIFA Console, whether you're playing FIFA Mobile, if you want to see players on the team, make sure you go and put in your votes to let them know who you think should be on the Team of the Year as well. Tag me on Twitter when you cast your votes. Let me know in the comments below who you voted. Who is your Team of the Year starting 11 in this one? You get 3 forwards, 3 mid, 4 defenders, and then of course a goalkeeper in this one. So I'm going to put a link to the Futhead voting site that we use to do this for. But basically, first thing we got up, we bring up our list of players. So the players that we got going on for our forwards. First off, we got Aguero, Bale, Cavani. See, Bale, like I would love to play with Bale in game. I don't know that I would put him on my starting 11, but it would be fun to have that card in the game. Anyways, Ronaldo, Griezmann, Hazard, Kane, Lewandowski, Mandzukic, Mane, Mbappe, Messi, Neymar, Salah, and Suarez. So a lot of strong competition on that striker force. The midfielders, Casemiro, Silva, De Bruyne, Dybala, Fernandinho, Isco, Conte, Cruz, Matuidi, Modric, Perisic, Pogba, Rakitic, Royce, and Busquets there. So those are the midfielders. Again, lots of strong competition. Only 3 spots available for them. On the defense side, we got Carvajal, we got Chiellini, we got Godin, we got Hernandez, Hummels, Jordi Alba, Kimmich, Koulibaly, Lovren, Manolas, Marcelo, Ramos, Silva, Trippier, Umtiti, Varane, Vertonghen, Versalcio, and Walker and Van Dijk. So there you go. Those are the defenders. Again, a lot of strength in that pool as well. In the final one, we got our goalkeepers, Alisson, Courtois, De Gea, Lloris, and Oblak. So those are the short list of players. Those are the possible players that we can choose from. So we'll go through each of them. We'll show you our votes. We'll tell you who we're voting for, why we're voting for them, and everything like that. But yeah, I'm interested to know, who do you think should make this Team of the Year? Who should be on it? I feel like you get a lot of very like similar Team of the Year players time and time again. And so it'll be interesting kind of to see what transpires this year. Last year we had a couple ones like Kane, who made it onto the Team of the Year, who has, you know, it kind of changing it up. So there's a couple players that change up, but you always have, like Messi always seems to be in there. You'll always usually see Modric in there. Well, of course you'll see Modric in there. I would put Modric and Messi in there as well, so that kind of goes with it. But we'll have a couple new ones, I think, in there as well. So here we go. Let's find our vote. Alright, so round 1 of 3. We can pick 3 players. The strikers, the first one that I'm going to pick up, we'll just put him straight on to starting off. We got to put Messi on there. Messi, always pretty much on the Team of the Year, and definitely a deserving player of that Team of the Year. You know, the Team of the Year. think of the word credential. I don't know. Team of the year position. Spot on the team of the year. One of the things I want to look at too when I look at that is, not just how they played in the league, but how they played in the World Cup qualifying, those things. And that's where my next player is one of the ones that was really tough to kind of like decide between. We look at a player like Mbappe, amazing all around. We look at a player like Salah, and we look at a player like Ronaldo. These were sort of my top 4 players that I had. Obviously, I'd love to see Griezmann in there as well. Some other good cards that we could have in there. But I feel like Mbappe, played well, played amazing, World Cup qualifying. France, obviously, absolutely dominant in the World Cup. Incredible to watch throughout that whole World Cup season. Also strong, though, outside of the World Cup. Now, a tough one with this one is Salah, because Salah was, like, instrumental in Egypt's kind of run for the World Cup, but then obviously the injury played a huge part of that. They didn't end up winning the Champions League, but they had a great season. Salah is a card that I'm really torn between, because I also look at the Ronaldo card, and Ronaldo, he's had ups and downs throughout the season, but he had a great Champions League. He did play pretty well in the World Cup qualifying and the World Cup as well, so he sort of all around had it, but he did have some moments in weeks where we didn't really do a whole lot. But overall, I still feel like there's a spot for Cristiano Ronaldo in the squad, and also I want to see Cristiano Ronaldo in the squad because it would be nice to have a Cristiano Ronaldo card so we can just cross things in and get some nice headers in. At least on the mobile side, that would be very helpful. But anyway, so those are my top 3 for the strikers. Very hard to do the forward ones, though. That was definitely one of the hard ones to go with here. Okay, next one up, we got De Bruyne, Conte. We have 2 of them. I feel like I really need to pick Conte since there's 2 of them in this one. We also have Modric. 100% Modric is my number 1 player to choose from. Played amazing in the World Cup. Honestly, Croatia, he was a difference maker for that Croatian team. And he's been playing amazing. He's one of those players you'll see in this team of the year for a long period of time. A fantastic player to watch, so skilled, such vision on the field, which is amazing to watch. My second choice out of this one, I'm going to put De Bruyne on this one as well. I know he's had some time off, of playing, throughout the season, stuff like that, but when he's on the pitch, again, a huge difference maker. When he was playing for Belgium, just remember, the vision that he has as well. These 2 cards here, having them in the middle, being able to set up plays for you, being able to do all that, big difference makers in there. For my last one, the last one I kind of feel like what I'm going to do, because there's a lot of players I could put in here, Conte, Isco, Cruz, but I kind of think I'm going to put Dybala. Why, you might ask? Partially because I just really want to see a good Dybala card in the game. So that might be a cop-out of a way to do it, but I do kind of want to see Dybala, so I might go a little bit off key there, just because I feel like I like to see his card in the game. I love his haircut. Is that a good reason to pick somebody? Yeah, it is. Okay, next one, defense. We got Carvajal, we got Chiellini, Jordi Alba. I gotta put, whoa, it made me pick Hernandez. I'm gonna put Jordi Alba. I'm gonna put Jordi Alba on this one because I love playing with Jordi Alba in game. 100%. I love any Jordi Alba card that is in the game, so I'm gonna put Jordi Alba on there. I kind of want to put Kimmich on there as well, but I think I'm gonna hold off on that one. I am gonna go though, and maybe this is a little odd to put him on there as well. It doesn't let me. Oh yeah, Marcelo. I want to put Marcelo there as well. A fantastic player to watch again. And can you imagine the speed? Jordi Alba, Marcelo on your 2 wings. I realize you're kind of odd setup, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't tell me I have to pick them in position. So anyways, those are going to be our 2 players that we got there. And then I'm going to go with Van Dijk. Great run with Liverpool. Netherlands. Got to support the Netherlands on there. And a fantastic card to play with in game. Like the strength, the heading ability, all that. I would love to use that card in game. And he had a fantastic season, so double win right there. Our final one, I'll try and pick someone else in the center back position for this one. So who to go with here? I think I'm gonna go with Varane. So Raphael Varane is going to be my last one that I'm going to pick with on this one. So again, strong season, you know, great play with France, everything like that. So that's going to be our final one. So there is our final defender. We got our 4 defenders on there. And then the goalkeeper, for me, this one, I just always have this picture in my mind of De Gea. And having to play against him and hating to play against him, and maybe it's a little bit of bias because of how I follow the Premier League most out of these. So I haven't seen the other. Well, I see Alisson, but I haven't seen like a lot, you know, of Lloris or no, they're all Premier League players. What am I talking about? All right, so Oblak. Lloris. Oblak is what I meant. Haven't seen a lot of Oblak because I don't watch a ton of Atletico Madrid matches, but Lloris, De Gea, Courtois, we did get to see him obviously for a long period of time playing for Chelsea there, and Alisson. But I think De Gea would be my #1 goalkeeper for sure in this one. The one thing I would say about Courtois, if we look to World Cup, if I look to the World Cup, Courtois would probably get it over De Gea because De Gea, in my opinion, did not have the greatest World Cup. Spain in general didn't have the greatest World Cup, but overall in the whole season, I feel like I will give it to De Gea, an absolute beast in net, and a card that you really want to have on your team in that one. So I'd probably go top 2 here, Courtois or De Gea, but in the end, I'm going to go with the De Gea card there. So there's my vote. We've put it in. We voted. You can vote as well. Let me know who you think. Let me know who you want on the team. I am pumped though for Team of the Year. It's going to be fun. Make sure you're checking back here. We're going to do lots of streaming on Twitch. We'll stream some FIFA console. We streamed FIFA console last night. Absolute blast learning to play the game with all of you. I'm not a pro at the game by any means. I'm actually completely terrible at the game. But it's kind of fun to get to hang out. You guys all get to like teach me how to be better at FIFA console. So make sure you go and follow us on Twitch for that. Twitch.tv/Stopde. And make sure you're smashing that like button. Let me know who you want to see in your ideal Team of the Year. But it has been an absolute pleasure as always, Stopde.